Welcome to our English learning podcast, where we delve into various topics to enhance your English skills. I'm Emma.
And I'm Tom.
Today, we're diving into some great tips on how to study effectively. Whether you're in school, college, or learning something new, these tips will help you out.
Absolutely. So, let's get started. Tom, what's the first thing we should think about when we want to study smartly?
Great question. I think the first step is to set clear goals. What do you want to achieve from your study session?
That makes sense. Setting goals gives you something to aim for. How do you suggest we do that?
You can break down your tasks into smaller, manageable pieces. For example, instead of just saying, "I'll study math," you could say, "I'll focus on chapter 3 today."
I like that. It sounds less overwhelming. Once we have our goals, what's next?
Next, it's important to find a good study environment. What do you think makes a good spot to study?
I believe a quiet space without distractions is key. You want to be able to focus. Maybe a library or even a cozy corner at home works well.
Exactly. And don't forget to turn off your phone or any notifications that might interrupt you.
That's a smart tip. Now, what about the actual studying? Should we just read through the material?
Not just reading. You should also take notes. Writing things down helps you remember better. You could even try summarizing what you learn in your own words.
That's a great strategy. And what about reviewing? How often should we go over what we studied?
You should try to review your notes regularly. A good rule is to look over them a day later, then again a week later. It helps move the information from short-term to long-term memory.
I see. It's like reinforcing what you've learned. What about studying with friends? Is that helpful?
Studying with friends can be really effective. You can bounce ideas off each other and explain things in a new way. Just make sure you stay on track and don't get too distracted.
That's true. Speaking of distractions, what should we do if we feel tired or lose focus while studying?
If you feel tired, it's good to take a short break. You could step away for a few minutes, grab a snack, or do a quick stretch. It helps recharge your brain.
I love that idea. What about studying for exams? Any special tips for that?
Definitely. When preparing for exams, practice with past papers or quizzes. It helps you get used to the format and the types of questions you might see.
Great advice. And remember to stay positive. Confidence can really help you perform better.
Absolutely. So, to wrap up, the key points are to set clear goals, find a good place to study, take notes, review regularly, and take breaks when needed.
Yes. Thanks for joining us today. We hope these tips help you study more effectively.
Vocabulary explanations. Set goals. To decide what you want to achieve in a certain time. I always set goals for my study sessions. She sets goals to read one book each month. Break down. To divide something into smaller parts to understand it better. I break down my study material into sections. It's easier to learn if you break down the tasks. Turn off. To stop a machine or device from working. I turn off the TV when I go to bed. Please turn off your phone during class. Bounce off. To share ideas with someone to get feedback or new thoughts. I like to bounce off ideas with my friends. She bounces off her plans with her teacher. Stay on track. To continue to work towards your goals without getting distracted. She sets reminders to help her stay on track. If I focus, I can stay on track for my deadlines. Step away. To take a break from something for a short time. I need to step away from my work to clear my mind. It's good to step away and relax for a bit. Get used to. To become familiar or comfortable with something over time. It took me a while to get used to the new schedule. She will get used to living in a new city. To wrap up. To finish or complete something. Let's wrap up the meeting before lunch. I need to wrap up my homework soon.